So now when you want to come into AI creation, the first thing you need to know and understand is your story, because your story is the backbone of everything. You need to have your story and make it like align them out. Now, your stories can be gotten from anywhere. It could be from random happenings, it could be from what is happening right now, it could be from movies, from fiction, it could be your own story you want to tell. Whatever it is, all you need to do is write them out. Now, the second stage is you have to go into an application like ChatGPT or Claude AI to help you, put this idea in depth into proper writing. So here I have Claude AI. So what I'll be doing is I already have my story. So I'm just going to paste it in. Now, you can see that my story is here. Give me a story about a local hospital with two wicked quack nurses and a doctor. People go there for treatment, although they know the job, but they give a lot of diagnoses to collect money from people. I want the story to be comical and filled with drama. Now, you can also add other things if you want to, but I would advise that as a beginner, just keep it simple so you don't get yourself trapped. Now, once I'm done, the next thing I'm going to do is to send this particular script. Now, if you're using ChatGPT, it's the same thing. Here I'm using Claude AI, so you can use any application tool of your choice. So now you can see that it's breaking my story. Look at them. He's writing this story out for me that people would enjoy. You can see this story. So we're going to wait for it to fully come up, and then we'll proceed to the next step. So now it's still writing. Now we are done. You can see the story is ready. Now the next step is, how do you want your story to come out? Do you want it in dialogue or in narration format? So we have two formats in which your storyline or your video can come out, the dialogue and the narration. Now, dialogue is when your characters they are talking, while narration is when you only have a narrator saying the whole story over your script. So the next thing we're going to do is um, put this in a dialogue format. You see that? So now it's going to rearrange this script into a dialogue format. So it's very easy. Once you get hang of this process, your workflow will be so easy. So now you can see it's giving me the dialogue format. Now for the sake of this lesson, we will not finish everything, but I'm going to give you the workflow so you can start yours and come back to drop your testimony. So now the next thing is we see that the dialogue is out. What do we do next? Now, we need image prompts. Now, without the prompt, we will not be able to, without the prompt, people cannot understand your story. Your story doesn't come to life without images. So now we're going to put the image prompt. Okay, so here we're going to say, give me image prompts for this dialogue. Okay, now you can go ahead to describe how you want your images to look like, but this is just the normal workflow. Give me image prompt for this dialogue. Okay, and then how what type of image do you want? Now in AI automation, when you're creating AI stories, we have different formats on how you want your images to look like. So we have 3D Pixar style, that's the cartoon kind of character, and then we have the human realistic style, that's when they look real. And then we also have the mature animation, so that's where they are neither humans or cartoons like real Pixar. Now they look like humans, but you can tell that okay, these are not humans, right? So we're going to do it like that. So if I give me image prompt for this dialogue, now I'll go ahead to describe how I want my images to look like. So I'm going to say, I want it in a mature animation, okay? And you can tell it to give you consistent characters. Okay, consistent characters. Here you start describing how you want them to look. If you want them to wear native, you want them to look tall, short, anything you like. You're going to put in it. You're going to put it in here. So now that we are done with this, I'm just to give us the workflow. I would hit send like this, and then it's going to break it down. Now we have six scenes already, right? So now it has given us the character scene one, scene two, scene three, and scene four, right? So we're going to go back and continue. So now it's done with everything, both the characters and the scene. What we're going to do next is we're going to move into an image generator. Now, an example of an image generator is called Flow AI. We also have Whisk AI, we have OpenArt, we have a lot of them, but whichever you want to use is okay. I normally use Flow AI, so we're going into Flow AI through Google. So this is Flow AI. This is where we're going to start generating all our images. The first thing is you're going to go back to Claude, okay? Get the first character, which is the doctor, and then go back here. We're going to put it in here and hit generate. So you can see now that our images are generating. And so this is the process you're going to do for all of them. And then we're going to move into the next stage. So here you can see that all our characters are ready. Now what do we do next? We're going back again into Claude. Like I said, you can use ChatGPT, you can use any other AI tool you're familiar with. Now going back here, and then I'm going to say, now we need a storyboard for this story because our story cannot be scattered, right? So before that, we're going to copy all our scenes. You can see here. Now we're going back to the scenes to create these scenes. Now our characters are ready. So here we're going to copy scene one, go back into flow, put it here, and then you're going to read through scene one to say, okay, who are we talking about here? They're talking about Mama Chidima. So who is she? And the nurse as well. So we're going to hit this plus sign. So you hit the plus sign and then it gives you all the characters that you have actually you it has actually made for you. So what you do is come here, you see that add to prompt, and then come back here again, click on the plus sign, and then let's look for this one, and then you're going to hit generate. Now always read your prompt because your prompt tells you who the character you're going to attach to your scene. It tells you who the character is that you're attaching to the scene. So that's what we're doing. Okay, so you can see here we have the different types, the doctor, the nurse, and everything. If you're okay with it, you hit the arrow there. Either you download it in 1K or in 2K, whichever is okay. And then we go back and develop the next scene. So this is what you're going to do throughout the scene. So we're going to generate these two and let it go. So you can see that everybody is in this scene just like that. So this is how you generate consistent characters across your scene. So we have two scenes, the other one is coming up, and then we'll move into the next stage. Now once you're done with everything, we'll go into the next stage, which is to make them move. So we have this one. If you think, oh, it's not good enough, you can come back. All right, put it the prompt again and put in the people who are involved in that character. You can put all the nurses if you like. Ensure you're reading your prompts. So let's try again and see. Alright, so we're okay. This is how you're going to generate all your scenes, and then we'll go into the next phase. Right now, the next phase is what I use in generating my images. Now we have a lot of them. There's Grok, there's Kling, there's Cydians 2.0. There are a lot of them, but for a beginner, if you want to use Grok, it's fine. Now Grok is another app that helps you animate your images. Okay, so we're going back to Claude, and then we're going to tell Claude to give us a storyboard. Okay, for this story. Now, the reason is because the storyboard helps us organize our work, especially my work. You see what it's doing for me, telling me who and who is talking, who is in the dialogue, and all that. So it gives me a storyboard. So you can see the storyboard coming up. You can see how organized it is. It's telling us exactly what to do. Okay, so now the first thing you're going to do is scene one. Scene one, Divine Mercy Hospital Reception. Now it's giving us a wide shot, so we're going to copy this, and then that's giving us the dialogue, right? So we're going to copy. Now we're coming back to Grok, create video. We're going to create this, and then we're going to put in here. This is the image, and then we're going to put in the dialogue. Now here is Mama Chidima. You can see that clearly we have about 4 people in this particular scene. How are we going to establish who Mama Chidima is? So we're going to say Mama Chidima, the woman with a walking aid. You see that, so that the Grok knows exactly who Mama Chidima is. And so here, so you can see our
Good
video
afternoon,
is ready.
I just twisted my leg small, that's all.
And then you download. That's it. Again, get the second dialogue. Okay. Now we're going back again to Grok. It's still same video. So we're going to come here.
Good afternoon, I just twisted my leg small, that's all.
Now, how do we know Nurse Patience? Right? So we're going to say Nurse Patience.
Good afternoon, I just twisted my leg small, that's all.
On purple uniform.
Good afternoon, I just twisted my leg small, that's all.
And then we hit generate. So now Grok now knows who we are talking about, the nurse on purple uniform.
Doctor, weapon case.
I'm coming.
Quick, doctor, it's very bad.
Let me see. This is serious.
It hurts. Small. Madam, this your ankle is swollen like it's pregnant.
Right?
Doctor, weapon case.
I'm coming.
Quick, doctor, it's very bad.
Let me see. This is
the last part, which is
Small?
CapCut.
Madam, this your
Now
uncle
with
is swollen.
CapCut, you can put your scenes together and then that's it. So we're going to put all the scenes together. So this is how it's going to look like in CapCut. So you can see our videos, I've put them together.
Small? Madam, this your uncle is swollen like he's pregnant. Doctor, F1 case.
I'm coming.
Quick, doctor, it's very bad.
Let me see. This is serious.
It hurts.
So it's just for teaching purposes, right? This is how your scenes are going to look like step by step and step by step. And once you're done, you hit a spot and your video is ready to be uploaded. I hope this will help someone today. Do something and post it on your page, and that's it.
Small? Madam, this your uncle is swollen like he's pregnant. Doctor, F1 case.
I'm coming.
Quick, doctor, it's very bad.
Let me see. This is serious.
Now, there's something I want to say. The more you do this, the better you become at it, and I'll see you at the top.